My child, I have a question for you. And before you rush to answer, I want you to pause. Let the noise around you fade. Let your heart grow still, because this question is not one that can be answered with your lips. It must be answered with your life. Here is what I ask you today. Do you still trust me when it looks like nothing is working in your favor? You see, it's easy to praise when prayers are answered. It's easy to smile when the blessings flow, when doors open, when miracles arrive on schedule. But what about the days when heaven feels silent, when the waiting stretches longer than you thought you could endure, when the plans you made collapse in front of your eyes and you whisper, God, where are you? That's when I look at your heart and whisper this question. Will you still believe that I am good, even here? Because faith that only stands on mountaintops is not faith. Faith that survives the valley, that's real. Faith that keeps walking when tears blind your eyes, that's powerful. Faith that chooses to love me when you don't understand me, that's where heaven moves. Listen closely, my child. Your current confusion is not a punishment. It's preparation. I am teaching you how to see beyond sight, how to trust beyond logic, how to love me without needing proof every moment. Because when your faith stops depending on what you see, that's when you start walking in true power. I have seen you asking, Lord, why is this happening? Why me? But what if I told you, this moment isn't meant to break you, but to birth something new inside you? Every disappointment is an invitation. Every delay is a hidden redirection. Every closed door is protection. And every unanswered prayer is me whispering, not yet, because I'm building something greater. My question is not to test you. It's to reveal what's inside you. When you don't get what you want, do you still come close? When I say wait, do you still worship? When I take away what you love, do you still trust that I'm working all things for your good? My child, I want you to understand something deeper. You were not created to live by comfort, but by conviction. Not by what feels easy, but by what is eternal. And that's why I ask questions that shake your heart, because I want your roots to go deeper. I am preparing you for a season where you won't need validation from people, where your peace won't depend on circumstances, where your worship won't need a reason. It will simply flow because you know who I am. Right now, heaven is watching how you respond to the silence. The angels stand amazed not when you shout victory after the miracle, but when you whisper, I still believe, through the storm. Do you remember when Job lost everything? His family, his wealth, his health? Even then he said, though he slay me, yet will I trust him. That kind of faith shakes hell itself. That's the faith I'm growing inside you. So when I ask, do you still trust me? I'm not asking for your words. I'm asking for your heart, because your heart tells the truth your lips sometimes hide. And I know, even through your pain, your heart still beats for me. That's why I have not given up on you. That's why I'm still speaking to you right now. My child, I see you questioning your worth. You've been wondering, am I still chosen? Yes, you are. Even in your lowest moments, my anointing hasn't left you. Even when you fall short, my purpose over your life stands unshaken. You think you're behind, but I'm telling you, you're right on schedule. You are in the refining fire, but that fire is not meant to consume you. It's meant to purify you. It's burning away what you don't need. Doubt, fear, insecurity, so that when I lift you, no man will be able to take the credit. Let me ask you again, do you trust me enough to wait while I work? Even when nothing changes today, can you still hold your faith tomorrow? Even when doors remain closed, will you still knock with hope? Even when you feel forgotten, will you still believe you're seen? Because the truth is, I have not been silent. I've been speaking through delays. I've been leading you through disappointments. I've been training your spirit in the quiet moments where no one applauds. I know what's coming next for you, and if you saw what I see, you would understand why I asked this question first. Because the next blessing I'm sending requires stronger faith than before. The next door I open will demand deeper trust. And the next season I lead you into will reveal who you truly are. A warrior, not a worrier. So my beloved, let me leave you with this today. When you're tempted to give up, don't. When you're tired of praying, whisper my name anyway. When the night feels endless, remember, dawn always comes. And when you hear my question echo again in your heart, Do you trust me? Because the moment you say, "Yes, Lord, I still trust you," all of heaven begins to move. Angels go forth. Chains start breaking. The darkness that's been surrounding you begins to flee. Because nothing shakes the enemy more than a child of God who refuses to lose faith. You have no idea how proud I am of you. You've fallen, but you got back up. You've cried, but you kept going. You've doubted, but you never stopped seeking me. So my question now turns into my promise. I will not fail you. I will not leave you. And I will turn every unanswered question into a miracle that will leave you speechless. Stay still, my child. Keep your heart open. Your yes today will unlock the victory I've already prepared for you. I asked you because I trust you. Now trust me too. My child, before I speak again, I want you to think about something. Do you remember the last time you almost gave up, but something you couldn't explain, kept you standing? That was me. And today I have another question for you. Do you truly know who you are in me? You've called yourself weak, broken, unworthy, unprepared. But what if I told you that every label you've carried was never written by my hand? What if I told you that the one thing holding you back is not your past, not your pain, not your failures, but the belief that you are not enough for the purpose I've placed in you? You've been waiting for the world to affirm you, but I have already approved you. You've been asking for signs to believe in yourself, but I already placed my spirit inside you. You don't need the world to see your value, because I saw it the moment I formed you. When I knit you together, I wrote greatness into your design. When you were still unseen, I already planned your victories. And yes, even your pain, even your heartbreaks, I've used them to carve depth into your soul, so that when I elevate you, your humility will protect you. My child, hear me clearly. You have been underestimating the strength I place within you. You've said, "God, I can't do this." But I whisper, you already are doing it. Every day you get up, despite the weight you carry. Every time you choose kindness when your heart feels numb. Every time you forgive, even when you could fight back. That's divine strength, not weakness. So today, my question isn't meant to shame you, it's meant to awaken you. Do you see yourself through the eyes of your Creator or through the eyes of your past? Because if you keep defining yourself by what hurt you, you'll miss what's meant to heal you. You'll miss the moments I'm sending to remind you who you are. You'll overlook the blessings I've hidden in plain sight because your focus is still on what went wrong. Let me remind you who you are. You are chosen, not overlooked. You are redeemed, not ruined. You are anointed, not abandoned. You are a light in the darkness, not a shadow of your pain. The enemy knows this. That's why he keeps attacking your identity. He wants you to question your worth, because if you ever truly believed how powerful you are with me, hell itself would tremble at your faith. So my question today is not small, it's the foundation of everything that follows. Do you believe me more than you believe your fears? Do you trust what I said about you more than what people whispered behind your back? Do you believe my promises more than the doubts that echo in your mind at midnight? Because when you finally say yes to that, when you believe that you are who I say you are, everything changes. Chains fall that have held you for years. Doors open that seemed locked forever. Peace replaces the noise. And suddenly you realize you were never lost, just being prepared. I've seen your sleepless nights. I've counted every tear. I've watched you pretend to be strong in front of others while your soul was breaking in private. But even then, you were never alone. I was sitting beside you in that silence. I was carrying you through the moments you thought you couldn't survive. You've been asking, "God, why do I feel invisible?" And I say to you, you're not invisible. You're being hidden. Hidden for the right time. Hidden so that when you emerge, no one will be able to deny that it was my hand that raised you. The next chapter of your life is not about proving your worth. It's about walking in it. It's about knowing that you don't need to chase validation when I already crowned you with purpose. The crown you wear is invisible to many, but heaven sees it, and soon the world will too. So my question echoes again, deeper now. Will you believe in yourself the way I believe in you? Because when you finally do, your fear will lose its voice, and your faith will roar louder than your doubt. You are stepping into a season of revelation, a time where everything that once confused you will start to make sense. You'll look back and say, "Now I understand why God didn't let that work out." You'll see why certain people left, why certain doors closed, and you'll thank me for it. So do not shrink anymore. Do not dim your light to make others comfortable. Do not apologize for the favor I've placed on your life. Stand tall, my child. The same power that raised Christ from the dead lives in you. The same spirit that split seas and moved mountains breathes through your lungs right now. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are becoming exactly who I destined you to be. And soon, everyone will see the glow of grace around you and know this one belongs to God. So let me ask one more time and answer me with your heart, not just your words. Do you know who you are? Because I do, and I'm about to show the world. Part 3, my child. I have another question for you. It's not about what you have lost. It's not about who hurt you. It's not even about your future. This one is about your heart right now. Tell me, do you still love me the same way you did when everything was easy? When life was calm? When blessings flowed effortlessly? Remember how freely you smiled? How easily you spoke of faith? But now, in the silence, in the weight of unanswered prayers, in the ache that won't fade, do you still love me with that same passion? Because love is not proven in comfort, it's revealed in chaos. When pain knocks on your door and faith seems too heavy to carry, that's when love becomes real. Not the emotional kind, not the Sunday kind, but the kind that holds on even when tears are the only prayer you can manage. You see, my beloved, love that survives the storm is stronger than any miracle. The angels watch in awe when you lift your hands through heartbreak, when you whisper, "I still believe," even when the world calls you foolish. That kind of love moves heaven. That kind of love rewrites stories. I'm not asking because I doubt your love. No, I'm asking because I want you to see how deep it runs. You think your faith is weak, but I see fire. You think you're hanging by a thread, but that thread is golden and divine. You think you failed me, but I see you fighting quietly, choosing me even when no one sees. You may not realize it, but every tear you've cried in faith is a declaration of love. Every moment you turned away from temptation, when it would have been easier to quit, was a love letter to me. Every time you refused to let bitterness take root, heaven took notice. I'm asking this question because you've forgotten something important. I never loved you for your perfection. I loved you because I saw your heart. I loved you when you were angry, when you questioned me, when you broke down and said, "God, I can't do this anymore." And even then I whispered, "Yes, you can, because I am with you." You think I've been distant, but I've been closer than ever. I've been sitting beside you, watching you wrestle with your thoughts, waiting for the moment you'd look up again and realize the love we share is unbreakable. My child, you don't have to prove your love to me through perfection. Just keep showing up. Just keep trusting when you don't understand. That is love. That is faith. You see, there are moments when I allow pain not to punish you, but to purify you. I let storms come not to drown you, but to teach you how to walk on water. I let seasons of silence stretch long so that your love for me would grow roots deeper than emotion, roots strong enough to withstand anything. And now I'm calling you higher. I'm asking, will you love me without conditions? Will you still praise me when I don't give you what you asked for? Will you still believe that I'm good, even when you can't see my hand? Will you still come close when I seem far away? Because when you do, the walls that held you in will begin to crumble. The confusion that clouded your vision will clear. The chains that wrapped around your heart will break. You will rise again, this time not just as a believer, but as a warrior of faith. Your love will become your weapon. Your trust will become your shield. And your worship, even in the dark, will become your victory cry. So let me ask once more, with heaven listening and angels watching, do you still love me even here? If your answer is yes, then know this. Everything that has felt lost, delayed, or denied is about to be restored in ways you can't yet imagine. Because love that endures always attracts my favor. And I, your God, never forget a heart that loves me in the storm. My child, I have another question for you. It's one that reaches deeper than your emotions, deeper than your prayers. What are you holding on to that I've been asking you to release? You've been praying for peace, but still clinging to the very thing stealing it. You've been asking for new doors, yet your hands remain full of old keys. You've been seeking clarity, but you keep rehearsing what broke you. How can I give you something greater when your grip is still on what I've already asked you to let go? Listen closely. I am not taking things away to hurt you. I am freeing your hands to hold something better. The reason you feel the weight in your heart isn't because I've left you. It's because you're carrying what was never meant to be yours forever. That person you keep remembering, that opportunity you keep replaying, that season you wish you could relive. I know it still hurts, but some chapters can't continue when the page refuses to turn. My child, I see the struggle inside you. You've been trying to move forward, but every time you start to rise, a memory pulls you back. You whisper, maybe if I just waited longer, maybe if I'd done something different. But hear me, it's not your fault. It's just not your future. When I remove something, I always replace it with purpose. When I close a door, I'm redirecting your destiny. And when I ask you to release, it's not rejection, it's redirection. I know it's not easy. Letting go feels like tearing away a piece of your soul. But what you don't see is that on the other side of that pain is healing, wholeness, and the joy you've been praying for. Do you remember when Abraham lifted the knife over his son Isaac? He didn't understand my plan, but he trusted my heart. And the moment he surrendered, I provided something greater. That's the power of obedience. When you release what you love most, you make room for miracles. I'm asking this question because you've been praying for peace while holding on to pain. And peace cannot live where pain is constantly being fed. I've been waiting to give you rest, but I can't fill a heart that's already crowded with yesterday. So today, I ask again, what are you still holding that you need to lay at my feet? Is it the bitterness that keeps replaying in your mind? Is it the guilt that whispers you're not enough? Is it the fear that if you let go, you'll lose yourself? My beloved, you will not lose yourself. You will find yourself, because you are not defined by what left you. You are defined by the one who remains. I am still here, even when they walked away, even when the door shut, even when the light dimmed and you thought it was over. I never left. You keep thinking your life has fallen apart, but I see it differently. It's not falling apart, it's falling into place. I had to break certain attachments to protect your destiny. I had to close some paths because the next one I'm opening leads you to something higher. I know you're tired. I know the fight to hold on has drained you, but peace will come the moment you release what was never meant to stay. Let go, my child, not because it's easy, but because your future depends on it. When you release, I will restore. When you surrender, I will strengthen. When you trust, I will transform. Right now, heaven is ready to pour blessings into your life, but my question remains, will you unclench your hands long enough to receive them? There is beauty waiting for you beyond the pain. There is purpose behind every closed door. There is freedom in surrender. So stop holding on to what hurt you. Stop waiting for what's not returning, and start trusting the God who writes better endings than you can imagine. Let go, not because you've lost, but because you're ready to win. Because I, your God, am not done with you yet. And this release will be the beginning of your greatest restoration. My child, I have another question for you. A question that pierces deeper than emotion, deeper than prayer. Do you still believe I can do it? You've been praying, waiting, hoping. You've seen others rise while you stayed still. You've watched promises seem to fade into silence. And now somewhere inside you, a quiet doubt has started to whisper. Maybe it's too late. Maybe it won't happen for me. But listen to me, nothing is too late when I am involved. I am the God who created time, who moves mountains, who parts seas with a whisper and breathes life into dead things. And yet, I see your heart trembling, afraid to hope again. You used to dream freely, didn't you? You used to believe with childlike faith. But disappointment after disappointment has made your faith cautious. You say, God, I believe, but deep down you also say, I don't want to be hurt again. So I ask you now, softly but firmly, do you still believe I can do what I promised? Do you still believe I can heal what's broken, restore what's lost, and make beauty rise from ashes? Do you still believe that I can open a door that's been locked for years? Because belief is not a feeling, it's a decision. It's the moment you choose to trust me again, even when everything around you screams that it's impossible. My child, the delay you're facing isn't denial, it's divine timing. You think I've forgotten, but I've been working behind the curtain, aligning details, hearts, and moments that you can't yet see. When it's ready, it will happen suddenly. One day you'll wake up and realize everything you prayed for quietly bloomed overnight. But before that moment comes, I am testing your heart. Will you still believe me in the middle of the wait? Because your faith in the waiting is what activates my power. Not your perfection, not your effort, but your belief. When Lazarus died, everyone said, "It's over." But Jesus looked at the tomb and said, "Did I not tell you that if you believe, you will see the glory of God?" And my glory showed up, not in the moment of comfort, but in the moment of loss, when hope seemed buried. So my beloved, what looks dead in your life right now? That dream, that relationship, that sense of purpose? Whatever it is, I am not done with it yet. Because when I enter the scene, nothing stays dead. But you must believe again. Believe like you did before the pain. Believe like you did when you first felt my presence move in your heart. You see, I never asked you to understand how, only to trust that I will. Stop replaying the what ifs and maybes. Stop listening to the enemy whisper, "It's over." I am not limited by time, by logic, or by man's opinion. I am still the God who brings water from rocks, who makes barren wombs fruitful, who turns crucifixion into resurrection. Do you still believe I can do it, my child? Because the moment you say yes, not just with your mouth, but with your spirit, you give me permission to move again. Your miracle is not waiting on me, it's waiting on your faith to breathe again. Even a mustard seed of belief can move mountains, and I see that tiny spark still burning in you. That's enough, I can work with that. Soon you'll look back and say, I almost gave up right before everything changed, because that's how close you are. You're standing at the edge of the breakthrough you prayed for, but I need you to believe one more time, one more prayer, one more moment of surrender. Lift your head, my child, the story isn't over. I'm still writing it, and the next chapter, it's filled with miracles you can't yet imagine. So answer me honestly, not with fear, but with faith. Do you still believe I can do it? Because the moment you whisper, "Yes, Lord, I do," heaven begins to move in your favor. My child, I have another question for you. It's a question that reaches into the quiet places of your soul, the places where you've smiled on the outside but ached within. Why do you keep carrying what I already took from you? You've prayed for peace, yet you still wrestle with the same fears. You've asked me to heal you, yet you keep reopening the wound. You say you've forgiven, but deep down, you're still holding the pain. And every time you revisit what hurt you, you give your past power over your present. Listen carefully, my child. The cross wasn't just a symbol, it was an exchange. When I hung there, I didn't just take your sins. I took your shame, your guilt, your anxiety, your fear, and your past. But the problem is, you keep picking up what I already carried away. You've been walking through life heavy, tired, worn out. You've convinced yourself that healing means pretending to be okay. But true healing begins when you finally say, "God, I can't carry this anymore." You were never meant to carry it. That heartbreak, give it to me. That guilt from long ago, I already forgave it. That fear of what's next, I already went ahead of you. You're exhausted, not because you're weak, but because you've been carrying what was meant for my hands, not yours. And I'm asking you this question today because I want to set you free. Do you remember how I said, "Come to me, all who are weary, and I will give you rest"? That wasn't a suggestion, it was a promise. But you've been trying to rest while holding on to burdens that drain your spirit. You've been trying to worship while dragging chains I already broke. My child, I didn't die for you to live half free. I didn't rise again for you to live still bound by yesterday. When I said, "It is finished," that included your pain. That included your trauma. That included the voice in your head that says, I'll never be enough. But I can't force you to let go. I can't take what you keep reclaiming. I'm asking you to surrender. Fully, completely, honestly, lay it down. Lay down the guilt that keeps whispering you're beyond repair. Lay down the anger that's poisoning your peace. Lay down the need to understand why everything happened. Some things won't make sense until you see the full picture. But for now, just trust that every pain has a purpose. I know you've cried in silence. I know there are nights when you replay memories you never speak of. I know you've forgiven people who never apologized. And I want you to know, heaven saw every act of quiet courage. Every time you chose grace instead of revenge. Every time you smiled while breaking inside, I was there. You've grown more than you realize. You've become stronger than you think. But it's time to stop surviving and start living. It's time to stop carrying the ashes and start dancing in the beauty I'm bringing from them. You keep saying, I just want peace. Peace doesn't come when you control everything. It comes when you give everything to me. Right now, I'm reaching for what's been crushing you. That regret that won't fade. That secret you've buried. That fear of never being enough. Will you hand it to me this time and not take it back? Because when you finally release it, the same hands that stretched across the cross will hold your heart steady. I will breathe peace where pain used to live. I will plant joy where sorrow once grew. And I will remind you, nothing you've gone through has been wasted. So my question remains, why do you keep carrying what I already took? You don't need to anymore. Your freedom is already paid for. Your peace is already waiting. And your healing, it begins the moment you decide to stop reaching back for what I've already redeemed. Take a deep breath, my beloved. You're safe now. You're forgiven. You're free. My child, I have another question for you, one that pierces beyond the surface of your faith. Why do you fear what I've already gone before you to handle? You've been worrying about tomorrow, haven't you? You've been trying to predict outcomes, control situations, and prepare for battles that aren't even yours. Your heart has been restless, your mind overthinking, and yet you forget before the problem ever arrived, I was already there. You see, I go ahead of you, I stand behind you, I walk beside you. There is no place you will ever step that I have not already walked. So why do you fear, my child? Why do you let anxiety steal the peace I died to give you? I know what you're thinking. You're afraid of failing, afraid of losing what you love, afraid of not being enough. But fear is not your portion, faith is. And faith doesn't deny that storms exist. It simply declares that I'm greater than the storm. Do you remember when Peter stepped out of the boat? He walked on water because his eyes were on me, but the moment he looked at the waves, fear pulled him under. That's what fear does. It drowns what faith tries to lift. And yet, even then, I reached out and caught him. That's what I'm doing for you right now. Reaching into your chaos, grabbing your hand and whispering, do not be afraid, I've got you. The enemy has been trying to paralyze you with what ifs. What if I fail? What if I get hurt again? What if I'm not ready? But I want you to replace every what if with even if. Even if you fall, I will catch you. Even if things don't go as planned, I will make them work for your good. Even if everyone else walks away, I will remain. You see, my question isn't to scold you, it's to remind you who I am. Because somewhere along the way, you started measuring me by your circumstances instead of by my character. But my power is not limited by what you see. When you can't see the path ahead, that's not the time to panic. It's the time to trust. The things you're afraid of losing were never meant to define you. The doors that seem closed are not locked. They're just waiting for my timing. And the people who left were not your foundation. I am. My beloved, faith is not the absence of fear. It's the decision to move forward anyway. Courage is not feeling brave. It's choosing to trust me even when your knees shake. You think you need strength, but all you really need is surrender. Because when you release control, that's when I begin to move. I am the same God who led Moses through the sea, who shut the mouths of lions for Daniel, who walked in the fire with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And I am the same God standing with you now. You're afraid because you're imagining a future without factoring me into it. You're picturing the battle, but not the victory. The doors that seem closed are not locked. They're just waiting for my timing. And the people who left were not your foundation. I am. My beloved, faith is not the absence of fear. It's the decision to move forward anyway. Courage is not feeling brave. It's choosing to trust me even when your knees shake. You think you need strength, but all you really need is surrender. Because when you release control, that's when I begin to move. I am the same God who led Moses through the sea, who shut the mouths of lions for Daniel, who walked in the fire with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And I am the same God standing with you now. You're afraid because you're imagining a future without factoring me into it. You're picturing the battle, but not the victory. You're seeing the mountain, but not the one who moves it. So today I ask again, why do you fear what I've already gone before you to handle? Do you not know that I hold your tomorrow? Do you not know that I've already written the ending, and it ends in victory? You are not forgotten, not forsaken, not lost. You are protected, guided, and loved beyond measure. The storm you fear will soon reveal my power. The closed door you wept over will soon open with glory. The thing you thought would destroy you will become the testimony that saves others. So lift your head, breathe again, rest in me. Because you're not walking into chaos, you're walking into destiny. You just can't see it yet. Trust me, my child. Even if it looks uncertain, I am certain. Even if it looks late, I am always on time. Even if it feels impossible, remember, impossible is where I begin. My child, I have another question for you today. It's not about your faith this time. It's not about what you've lost or what you've gained. It's about something deeper, something that determines everything else. Do you truly know how much I love you? You've heard it said countless times, God loves you. But have you really felt it? Or have those words become something your ears recognize, but your heart doubts? You see, you've measured love through human experiences. You've seen it fade, break, betray, or leave. So when I tell you I love you, your mind immediately asks, how long will this last? What if I fail again? But my love is not fragile. It is not based on what you do, right or wrong. It's rooted in who I am, and I am love itself. Even when you ran from me, I never left. Even when you doubted me, I stayed close. Even when you said, God, I don't understand, I whispered, you don't have to. I just need you to trust. My love has been chasing you through every season, through your victories and your defeats, through your loud prayers and your silent tears. When you felt invisible to the world, I was the one holding you together in the dark. Do you remember the moment you thought, I can't go on? You didn't realize it then, but it was my hand that lifted you. It was my strength that kept you breathing when your spirit was weary. It was my grace that turned your I'm done into I'll try again tomorrow. That's love, not words, not conditions, but quiet, consistent presence in every valley. You've been so busy trying to deserve my love that you've forgotten it was never earned. It was given, freely, fully, forever. You think I only smile when you're strong, but I'm proud of you even when you're trembling. You think I only hear you when you pray perfectly, but I'm closest when your only prayer is a tear. You think I turn away when you make mistakes, but my arms have never once closed to you. If you only knew how I look at you, you would stop calling yourself not enough. If you could feel the way heaven lights up when you choose kindness, you would stop wondering if your life matters. If you could see the plans I've drawn for your future, you would stop fearing the storms. Because everything I do, every test I allow, every delay I permit, is rooted in love. Not punishment, not disappointment, but love that wants to shape you into something greater. My child, I know love has hurt you before. People you trusted walked away. Promises were broken. Words that once lifted you were later used to wound you. And so, without realizing it, you started protecting yourself from even my love. You stopped opening your heart fully because opening it felt dangerous. But my love does not destroy. It rebuilds. It does not demand. It heals. It does not fade. It endures. When I say, I love you, I mean, I will fight for you. I will forgive you. I will walk beside you even when you forget my name. I didn't choose you because you're perfect. I chose you because you're mine. And nothing, no sin, no shame, no storm can change that. So I ask you again, gently but firmly, do you truly know how much I love you? If you did, you would rest more and worry less. If you did, you would forgive faster and fear slower. If you did, you would stop searching for validation in people who can't love you the way I can. Let this sink in today. You are not too broken for me. You are not too late for me. You are not too far for me. You are still the one I came for. You are still the one I died for. And you are still the one I call beloved. So stop questioning your worth. Stop comparing your journey. Stop doubting your belonging. I love you, not for what you do, but for who you are. And that love will never end. My child, I have another question for you. It's one that few people ever stop to ask themselves. Are you ready for what you've been praying for? You've been asking me for blessings, for open doors, for the next chapter to begin. You've whispered prayers for love, for purpose, for a miracle that changes everything. But let me ask you, if I gave it to you today, would your heart be prepared to handle it? You see, I never withhold blessings out of cruelty. When I delay is because I'm still preparing you. Every unanswered prayer is not rejection, it's alignment. I can't send new blessings into an old mindset, and I can't pour new wine into a cracked vessel. So I've been shaping you quietly. You thought I was ignoring you, but I was strengthening your spirit. You thought I was distant, but I was detoxing your soul, removing fear, pride, doubt, and dependence on others, so that when your moment comes, you will not break under the weight of the blessing. Because the promise isn't the test, the preparation is. And many people want the crown, but they don't want the crushing that shapes it. You prayed for elevation, and I heard you. But elevation requires endurance. It requires humility, discipline, and the faith to obey me when no one's watching. My child, I've been watching how you respond in the small things, how you treat people who can't benefit you, how you handle disappointment without turning bitter, how you keep believing even when you don't see results. These are not random tests, they are proof of readiness. You see, when I called David, he didn't become king overnight. He spent years in the wilderness learning how to lead sheep before he could lead nations. When I called Joseph, he didn't go straight to the palace. He faced betrayal, slavery, and prison. Yet he never stopped trusting me. And when the time came, the doors opened instantly. But they were ready. That's what I'm doing with you. You are in the season of becoming. It feels quiet because I'm refining you in secret before I reveal you in public. My child, I've been watching how you respond in the small things, how you treat people who can't benefit you, how you handle disappointment without turning bitter, how you keep believing even when you don't see results. These are not random tests, they are proof of readiness. You see, when I called David, he didn't become king overnight. He spent years in the wilderness learning how to lead sheep before he could lead nations. When I called Joseph, he didn't go straight to the palace. He faced betrayal, slavery, and prison. Yet he never stopped trusting me. And when the time came, the doors opened instantly. But they were ready. That's what I'm doing with you. You are in the season of becoming. It feels quiet because I'm refining you in secret before I reveal you in public. You don't realize it yet, but what you're going through right now is your training ground. The people who misunderstood you, the delays that discouraged you, the loneliness that made you question your worth, none of it is wasted. I've been teaching you to depend on me alone, because when you reach the next level, you'll need faith that's unshakable. You'll need wisdom that can't be manipulated, and you'll need peace that doesn't depend on circumstances. So yes, I'm preparing the blessing, but more importantly, I'm preparing you for it. My child, when you prayed for more, I began removing what wasn't aligned with where you're going. That's why some friendships faded. That's why doors closed. That's why you felt misunderstood, because I'm setting you apart. Not everyone can go where I'm taking you. So I ask again, are you ready for what you've been praying for? Because readiness is not about perfection, it's about trust. Can I trust you to handle the blessing and not forget me when it comes? Can I trust you to stay humble when I elevate you? Can I trust you to walk in obedience even when it costs you comfort? My beloved, I'm not delaying your miracle. I'm maturing your faith. And when the time is right, everything you prayed for will arrive suddenly, in ways that exceed what you imagine. It will be so divine that you'll say, I wasn't ready, but now I understand why God made me wait. Hold on a little longer. Stay faithful in the unseen. Your preparation season is almost complete. And when I move, it won't just bless you, it will bless generations after you. So answer me with your heart, not just your words. Are you truly ready for what you've been praying for? Because I'm about to release it. And when I do, your life will never be the same. My child, this is the last question for now. One that I've been waiting for the right moment to ask. A question that will define how your next season unfolds. Do you trust me enough to surrender completely? Not halfway, not when it's comfortable, not when things make sense, but completely, without a backup plan, without fear, without conditions. You've given me pieces of your heart, but I'm asking for all of it. Because the life I have planned for you requires full trust, the kind that lets go of control, the kind that doesn't need to understand to obey. You've been praying, God, use me. But to use you, I must first empty you of the pride, the worry, the need to control outcomes. I must teach you to rest in me, to walk when I say walk, to wait when I say wait, and to be still when I move in silence. You see, surrender isn't giving up. It's letting go of your way so that my way can begin. And yes, I know it's hard. You've been hurt when you trusted before. You've seen promises break, people fail, and seasons change. So it's easy to assume surrender means loss. But in my kingdom, surrender is where gain begins. When you let go, I can lift you. When you stop fighting in your own strength, I can fight for you. When you stop planning your version of the future, I can reveal mine. Greater, safer, and more beautiful than what you imagine. My child, I've watched you carry burdens that were never meant for your shoulders. You've been trying to be strong for everyone. You've been trying to fix what only my hands can heal. You've whispered, God, I'm tired. And I've whispered back, then rest in me. That's what surrender truly means, rest. It means trusting that I'm working even when it looks like nothing's moving. It means understanding that my silence is not absence. It means believing that I will never let you fall beyond my reach. So I ask again, gently but firmly, do you trust me enough to surrender completely? Because your next breakthrough won't come from striving, it will come from surrendering. It's not another door you need to knock on. It's the key of faith you need to drop into my hands. I'm not just after your words, I'm after your heart. Because when your heart is fully mine, there is nothing I can't do through you. That's when miracles flow easily. That's when peace replaces pressure, and that's when destiny aligns perfectly. Remember this. Abraham trusted me enough to lift the knife over Isaac. Moses trusted me enough to raise his staff over the Red Sea. Mary trusted me enough to say, let it be done unto me. And you, I am calling you into that same kind of trust. You've prayed for me to move mountains, but now I'm asking you to move your heart. You've asked for signs, but now I'm asking for surrender. Because the miracle I'm about to release requires a heart that's yielded, not fearful. The blessing I'm preparing will only land in hands that are open, not clenched. You've reached the point where trying harder won't work, but trusting deeper will. You've reached the edge of control, and that's exactly where my power begins. So lay it all down tonight. The fear, the plan, the outcome. Say with your spirit, God, I trust you even when I don't understand you. And watch how heaven responds. In that moment of surrender, chains break. In that moment, peace floods your chest. In that moment, angels move on your behalf. Because total surrender is the language heaven always answers. My child, you have no idea what's waiting beyond your yes. You're about to walk into divine acceleration, but only when you stop trying to control the timing. You're about to see restoration, but only when you release resentment. You're about to receive revelation, but only when you quiet your fear long enough to hear my voice clearly. So as I close this series of questions, I leave you with this final one, not to challenge you, but to prepare you for what's next. Will you trust me enough to surrender, completely, boldly, and forever? Because the moment you say, yes, Lord, I give you everything, heaven will open, the weight will lift, and my will, perfect and unstoppable, will unfold in your life. You've come so far, my beloved. Now finish the journey, not by fighting, but by surrendering.